very happy to be here. I'm very happy. The reason I'm happy to be here is because I know that by the time we leave here, something different would happen to someone. Amen? There are some things I wanted to tell you, but I won't tell you because JJ has done a very fantastic job. Part of what Chidi was saying is part of the things I would want to say. So I didn't hear plenty of the things that she wanted to say. But I want to start something, and I want to make you understand that what I want to say now, that if I don't say it, no matter what they said, it's not going to work. For instance, how many of you picked up at least one business that you would do from what Junior taught us? One, just one business. If you know there's one business you know that if you step out of this room, you're going to try it, raise your hand. No, raise it very well. Good. There's someone was holding a second mic. Let me hear yours, Auntie. Just say it from there. What's the business you want to start? How to what? She wants to start ordering wristwatches. So that's mini importation, right? Yes? Blogging. Who else? Blogging for you too. Okay, so blogging it is for you. Content creation. Fantastic. Were you raising your hand?
Yes.
What's that?
The same mini importation.
Mini importation. Who else? Yes?
Although I'm already in cryptocurrency.
So you are going to fight. Okay, cryptocurrency. Yes, Auntie. Blogging. Yes. It's a speaker. Yeah, talk. Freelancing. So if you're freelancing, what skill are you putting up? Graphics. Are you understanding what's happening? Do you understand? The important thing, how many people did I have up to 10 responses? Did I have up to 10 people tell me something? So can I count the people that are in this room? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're not past 50 for here. So that's like 1/5. You know it's 25%. Now fail be that 20%. Now fail you fail for this exam. It means that this young man came here and spoke to you so passionately for about 1 hour, and you are going to leave here with absolutely no idea of what to do. Are you rating his work well? But did he teach well? Was he engaging? Did he explain it very well? But how come you did not pick anything that you are going to do? I need one person in that situation to tell me why. Someone wants to tell me. Yes, please.
It's not as if thank you, ma'am. It's not as if I did not find it interesting or something. Everything he said is wonderful. But I don't just want to delve into one immediately. I want to sit down and study them very, very well, carefully, and now decide the one to start with. But I'm interested. Anyway, many, but there are a few that I knew I would not go into. Like that blogging. I know I don't have strength for that. Then cryptocurrency, I don't have interest on that. And few, there are actually few, but there are many. Many of them. I like mini, I don't want to pick one now. I want to pick the one I like best, and I cannot decide now. It's when I go home. Thank you, ma'am.
There is a law they call the law of diminishing intent. What did I call it? It is called the law of what? Diminishing intent. There's one in economics they call law of what? Diminishing returns. Now, this is the law of diminishing intent. Does anyone know what the law of diminishing returns states? Law of diminishing returns. You can't remember. Okay, you know this. Here.
To my own understanding, the law of diminishing return is when the demand for a particular thing has gone high And at the height of it, it now started scaling down again. By that time, you've gotten to the peak, and it starts coming back down. That's the diminishing return.
It's no longer high. The returns are now low. Is that what it is? That's not what it is. You want to say? Tell me now.
It simply talks about maybe when you are taking something and you get to a point, or maybe you are into a program and it get to a point that you have come to a saturating point that you cannot take it in again. So that is it.
So the law of diminishing returns says that you have taken up so much demand and there is saturation, which means there's no longer need for that thing. Therefore, the value of the product begins to drop. So what it means is that I sell akamu, and all of you here buy akamu. Then I'm getting more customers. Maybe I started with 10 customers, 20 customers. Eventually, everybody here started buying from me. But after a while, there's nobody else to sell akamu to. Or we are now 5 people selling akamu to 50 people, which means the money I will make will start reducing. That's the diminishing returns. Now, the law of diminishing intent states that the longer you take to take action on something that you want to do, the more likely it is that you will never do it. Let me explain it again. The longer you take to take action on something that you want to do or are supposed to do, it is more likely, the higher the possibility that you will never do that thing again. So you wake up in the morning and your normal routine is, I'll read my Bible, right? Then I'll get out of bed. But that morning you wake up, and as you picked your phone to check the time, because people don't wear wristwatches again, you picked your phone to check the time, you suddenly notice that there was a message someone dropped for you on WhatsApp. So as you are checking the message, you now began to check other things. The longer you do that, have you noticed that any morning you do that thing, you will not read your Bible that morning? If it has happened to you, raise your hand. This applies to every other thing. Hey, I will go to that place tomorrow. I will do it. Ezeokum tomorrow. And then tomorrow. Oh, God. After like 1 week, you start asking yourself, this thing, is it really that important that I should go? Procrastination now makes you not do what is important. If you keep putting off things that you want to do, there's a high possibility that eventually you will not do it. I'm addressing her situation where she says, I want to go and think about it. Now, the challenge we're thinking about is that once she leaves this room, she's not going to remember up to 3 of those things that he mentioned. Why? She does not have the slides. She does not have the recording. She does not have anything on it. Your brain is not programmed like that. So that applies now to anyone who finds yourself in this situation. Now, the challenge here also, I'm talking law of diminishing intent, right? So I'm not speaking on her. People need us to understand what I'm saying. Now, the challenge here now with the law of diminishing intent is you can pick up a book. How many of you have a book you bought you have not read? Almost half of this room. You saw the book, say, "Child, this is exactly what I need." You carried it. Then you went home. And then you shelved it. I probably have up to 10 books like that. 10? I probably have more than that. I have courses that I bought with my money that I have not finished taking. Are you understanding me? It is the law of diminishing intent at work. The point here is when you know what is pursuing you, then you know how to solve your problems. Do we understand this now? So let's move on. So I need I want to talk to you people about how to make sure that what you have heard today, you can actually do something about it. Jesus said something to his disciples. He said, I have many things to say to you, but you cannot bear them now. Do you know that scripture? I have many things to say to you, but you cannot bear them now. He said, but however, when the Spirit of truth comes, he will lead you into all truth. Meaning that it's not everything that you are told that your mind can carry when you were told. So the information that you have, you cannot grow bigger than the conditioning of your mind. How many people have Android phones in this room? I really want clear hands. Just lift your hands very well. I have Android phones. Okay. Maybe you know Android phone can do most of what JJ said. But why did it not occur to you to try one?
I will try.
What did she say? Which one? Even you and I know that you're not going to do it. We all know, right? She's not going to do it. Why? She can't see it. Everything that you have in this life, you see it twice. How many times? Anything you create, you see it twice. First in your mind, then before it comes out. Jesus, the angel told Mary, when he told Mary, see, something impossible to the eyes of men is about to happen to you. A virgin will get pregnant and give birth to a child. Mary said, how can it be? He said, see, the Spirit of God will come upon you. The power of the highest will overshadow you. And then that holy thing that you give birth to will be called the Son of God. And then Mary said, okay. But according to you, but how, he said, see, with man, nothing, it shall not be possible. With God. But as a statement, the angel closed that conversation with. If you know it, Christmas now, next tomorrow. If you know that statement, say it. Angel Gabriel ended his conversation with Mary with a statement. Shebi, these Bible people will pray. Tell me what he said to her. That scripture is very important to me. If you don't tell me, I will go. Tell me what Angel Gabriel used to end the conversation he had with Mary. Yes, you want to tell me.
Blessed is she that believeth, for there shall be the performance of that which the Lord has spoken.
For this woman. No, clap like you understand. God bless you. Blessed is she that believes, for there shall be what? A performance. You see it in your mind. Then it becomes possible. Honestly, no matter how much God wanted to use Mary, if she did not agree, she won't give birth to Jesus. God will find someone else. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Something has to happen in this mind before anything can change. Anything. If you believe that if you walk on these slippers, you see, when I wanted to buy this shoe, or when I saw people wearing it, I believed that it's very unstable, that it will break. I said, how can this thing, anything that looks like glass, carry the weight of a human being? This thing will break. But I kept seeing one of my friends wearing it, and I think her heels looked tinier. But I decided to buy the one that has, do you understand? So that in case you want to do something, my life will be spared. But since I've started wearing it, I've not fallen down. But my mind was first exposed to the possibility. What word did I use? That it is possible to wear this and not fall. But it was not when I saw it that I bought it. In fact, I wasn't going to buy it. It was my PA that forced me to buy the slippers. I told her, I don't like. She said, Mama, what is wrong with you? What is actually wrong with you? This thing is fine. Ha! If me, I have money, it's what I will buy. Just buy it and just look okay for us. If you don't like it, we like it, just wear it. And that's why I bought, not because I so like it too. I don't wear it very often. Someone creates a possibility in your mind. And then the more the person talks about it, the more you begin to believe it. I want to read some things to you, but before I do that, I want 3 people. One from here, one from here, one from here. Quick. I want 3 volunteers. One person from both sides, center, left, and right. I want 3 volunteers. Yeah, come and hold this microphone. I say you're my PA. I have 5 notes, right? I told people what it was. So, peace. Choose one. Yeah, give me my money back. Okay. So I wanted to give, I like what she did, right? So I asked you to do something for me. So I left my house. I left my kids at home. There are 4 of them. And I needed someone to take care of it. Thank God you're all ladies. So you said, okay, that you will look after the children for me. And I asked you, okay, how much will you collect? And I presented this money. Again. Chinonye, how much will you take? That's 50 naira, 100 naira, 200, 500, 1,000, right? I say, how much will you charge me to look after my children? So understand that this is 5 denominations. Chinonye, how much will you charge? You, how much will you charge? How much will you charge? Yes. It's just for yesterday, today, and half of Sunday. Yes. Are you understanding what happened here? This was a serious money test. The woman, me, 1,000 there. You know when I knew she would say something was when she said, 4 children. 4 children. That was before we went to how many days. When I was asking you, Chine, how much will you get? She was saying 4 children. Already in her head, give me 1,000 naira. Which of these monies, even if you join them together, 4 children. Anyway, I can't even go to this thing. Let me know what she's going to say. And then when others were saying, okay, let me take 1,000 naira. She said the whole money no go reach you. How will I take care of what? She even asked me how many days. Thank you. Please put your hands together for them. You see, let me ask Peace a question. Peace, come. Why did you choose 1,000 naira?
Well, one is considering the denomination and the workload of 4 children for almost 2-3 days. I think I deserve the 1,000 naira.
Hold that word. What did she use? Please, everybody must hold that word. Remind me of that one when I finish this thing. Where's Chinonye? Why did you choose 1,000 naira?
Because it's the highest denomination.
God bless you. It was the highest what? Denomination. You see, a lot of times, the offer that you are giving is not what you deserve. How many of you do contracts for people? Cooking contracts, design contracts or something. You do contracts. Raise up your hand. Thank you, sir. So I want to ask you a question. Who does the bidding? When the customer calls you, who makes the offer? And shows you the job. Who makes the offer?
The offer or the bidding?
Yeah, whichever one.
Okay, it's me.
You tell the customer how much it is. Do they always give you what you ask for? Do they always give you what you ask for?
No.
What do they do?
So sometimes we have to
Negotiate.
To fund it. To fund it, you negotiate. After negotiating, then you fund it yourself.
Do they pay you the first offer you make?
Sometimes no.
Most of the time. No, right?
I'll just tell you for you to fund it, you fund it yourself. You start the contract, then maybe they give you.
So use me as an example. What do you do?
Me?
Yes.
I'm an engineer.
Okay, so I want to build a small pen. And then I call you and say, look at this space. How are you, ma? Look at this space. This is what I want to do. You do the estimate. Give me a value. Tell me how much. Any value that comes to your mind. Tell me.
3 million.
3 million. Good. You quote 3 million. Most of your customers, do they immediately accept 3 million?
No.
What will they price immediately?
Sometimes they price 1,500,000.
Okay. So most of the time they will give you half the price as their bid, right? If you are doing this job with me, what will you settle for?
I might settle for 2 million.
2 million. So it means that a lot of times, when you want to quote a job, you inflate it, right? Why do you do that? Because you know the other person will not consider that you are what you priced or what you quoted. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Business is a game of the mind. It's a game of the mind. It's a battle of whose will is strongest. Because there's a way I'll keep negotiating with him. Say, madam, carry me up, knock me down. If you not pay 2.5, I will not do. Me, I've tried for you. A whole 500,000. Where will my gain be? Meanwhile, he's making 1 million on my head. People don't give you what you deserve. What did I say? Whatever value you place on yourself, that is how people will treat you. If you design a product like this water, 100 naira. If you go there and fill that bottle ever water makarere Miria, and you tell them I'm not buying 100, sell it 50 naira, would they answer you? Why? Because the person who designed this product is confident of the value and is not going to shift. Before you start going to the marketplace to present yourself and your product, you have to work on your mind and agree. When I was taking School of Ministry in August, I remember I was in that place. Someone asked me a question. The person said, what if you are selling a product and that is the price it's supposed to be, but everyone around you decides to sell a lower price? What would you do? And I asked the person a question. Is the value of the product they are selling the same as the value of the product they are selling? If it is, then there's a challenge. Because where the problem here now is, maybe you are either inflating your price or you are taking a strategy where the cost is too much for you, which means shop will get the rent too high. Are you understanding me? So you are putting the cost in your product. And their own rent or their expenses is cheaper, so they can manage the cost they have put. So it is not their fault. It is now your fault. The value you place on yourself is usually how people will treat you usually depends on the value you place on yourself. I am saying this thing mostly to people who do services. And then every commodities is not really a product. Everybody knows the price of the product. Madam, your hair products, you have set your price. Everyone knows what it is. But the way you will handle hair for different people is different. You will charge them differently based on the condition that you saw the hair when it met you. Right? So there's a way my hair will be. If I meet her, she'll say, ha, already here. There's work here. And it's going to take me a long time to do this thing. So because of this work, I will charge you. She'll quote an amount. And then there's someone she will see. She'll say, you don't even have problem with your hair now. Just that you don't know what to do. Metiaka like this. It's okay. I just squirm like this. Are you understanding what I'm saying? The value is dependent on what you give. And I'm just telling you, for those of you who do all kinds of services, the value you put on your business. A few days ago, Tuesday to be precise, I was training pastors' wives on their businesses. And I had an amazing discovery. I didn't know that you could bake a wedding cake for 30,000 in this current Nigeria. How much do they take to bake wedding cakes here? Who is a baker? Who is a baker? So that you can have, or who knows how much? Just tell me. How much? 150, 100, 500. That includes, yes, I've seen cake, 500K. I've seen 500,000 naira cake. Are you hearing? There's a 100,000 naira cake. There's a 150,000 naira cake. There's 500,000 naira cake. But there's a woman that was telling me on Tuesday, sometimes wedding cake, it depends, 30K. That's how they used to do it. They used to add again. Apple flour. Oh, those ones are all cake. It's true. You see, it started at a distance. So the other steps are just dummies. They are not cake. So the main cake is that one that they put knife on. So that's the 30K cake. It's okay. She did not tell me like that. She left me in confusion. Because I've been thinking, 30K cake. How will it work with here flour and other? But you see, there's a mindset at work there. Let me tell you why. She's a rural pastor's wife. She does not know how to charge her members money to bake their cake. Some of the women that were in that meeting were mostly pastors. They were all pastors' wives. The challenge there is that one of them, not one, some of them, their members are owing them for food items that they bought. I said, wait, someone came to your shop and see, chorizo 2 cups of rice. If someone is owing you 200 naira, be honest, does the person plan to pay? If you owe me 200, where's peace? Peace to go, Chico. If you owe me 200, no. If you owe me 500, are you going to pay? Where is Ozioma? Kwezioku now. If you're owing me 500, you will just have it in your mind that you're owing me 500. Just say the truth. Will you pay me 500 now? She said she'll be willing to pay, but she'll be hoping that I will do what? Forget about it. So what that means is that she will hold the money and be waiting for the day I will say, Ozioma legwanegum. And then she'll just say, no, Mara, you've not even forgotten, it's just 500 naira. In that same manner, a lot of you who run businesses, people are owing you to 200, 500, 100 naira, different kinds of small amounts of money. They won't pay. The problem with your business is that by the time you add all the money, you don't reach 2,000. And I hope you know that can be the profit on the entire business. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to understand the mind's games in the business. And the need that understand as well that you yourself have to develop a different mindset. So that's why I said carry the pulpit, shift it. So that you will not think I came to church. Because what I told the pastor's wives is that I said, you know me, I'm a pastor's child. But you see, I will sympathize with you now. After that, I will remove my cap of a pastor's child and a preacher, and I'll wear the cap of a business person, and I'll be ruthless. I won't have mercy on you. And when I started, they understood. But it was for the benefit of everybody. Do you understand me? You need to understand the difference between sentiment in your church and the fact that God gave you money, because this God is a businessman. Have you heard me say that before? God expects reward. He expects returns, from everything. He gives you something, you give him back. Not exactly as he gave you, but with returns. In the same way, common sense demands that when you make an investment, you should receive it with what? Receive it with what? I'll ask you another question. I need a brother. Okay, sir, you've been very attentive. You were in the other class. And I need another man. You were also here. Don't worry, sir. You can stand right here. So there's 50 million at stake right now. 50 million. And then someone says, but I want to give you opportunity to make a decision. Choose two things. There's 50 million. Just do 1 year with go and serve Soludo for 1 year, or you take this 50 million and blow your business. Which one will you take?
I will choose to serve Soludo for 1 year.
Which one will you take?
Depending on the business I'm doing, I will choose the 50 million.
Okay. All right. Thank you. 2 options. I need 2 more people. So 1 person from here. 2. I'm giving you an offer. Serve Governor Soludo for 1 year, and then take 50 million. Which one do you want? 50 million. Which one do you want? 50 million. Yes, just talk. Go ahead, no bother. The business.
I'm sure of that business plan. I will take the 10 million, the 50 million.
50. Yes, serve him or take 50 million. No, there's no money. No, there's no money. So I'm telling her, while you are serving Soludo, there's no money. There's no collection. Just be serving. You're asking me. I say the question is 50 million or go and serve the governor. No salary. Oh yeah, calm down now. Calm down. Serve the salary and serve the governor. Serve the governor, no salary. Yes. You serve. Brother, say your own. You serve. Okay. All right. I need 2 volunteers. I will serve. Why? You will serve, Kwa. I'll serve. Why? Okay, you've talked. Yes, I will serve. Why will you serve?
I will serve because there's a level of influence that's serving him will actually bring to me. It will make me to meet a lot of people that will give me more than that 50 million naira. I'm so serious, man. I'm serious.
Someone said to me 50 million from here. This is my fine sister. Tell me why you need 50 million.
Since I have a business already and I have ways of growing it to make it larger, I will invest the 50 million naira and employ people.
Do you sell yams? You are not selling yams now? Yes. I remember you. You were sitting here. Abi, 218. God bless you. Yes. I'll serve. You serve.
I'll serve because, first of all, human connection is more expensive than physical cash. And secondly, while serving him, I'm not going to remain dry. I have so many other things that I could be doing at the background, you know. And with the influence, I can even be collecting tips from people that wants to see him.
You know what this thing? You need to understand this thing. Yes.
Praise God. Now, take away influence. Take away who Soludo is. Assuming Soludo is a poor man that you want to serve, that's what we are talking. It's not about, okay.
I say governor.
I will serve.
Governor. Governor. Yes, Oga said he would. Okay. He said you were the one who said you serve.
We are talking about prospect here. Talk about future. So I'm not just looking at today. So I need to visualize tomorrow what benefits I'm going to gain from serving him. It may not really make immediate gain, but I believe in the future I can make contacts that take me to where I ought to be.
Put your hands together for everybody. Everybody has spoken well. The people who say they will take 50 million are not wrong, right? Because I have a business I am running. 50 million can change my business because I know what I am doing. The people who say they will serve, they are not wrong because their target is what? Different. Everybody get where in the wrong go. The business person wants money to grow and expand because he already has his plan. That's why you must have your plan cut out. There are people here. If I give you 1 million naira now, the 1 million naira, if I give you to put in your business, it will disappear. For instance, on Tuesday, when we were talking to those pastors' wives, I asked them, please, how much do you want to give these people? Because they were going to be funded. Do you understand? So, and then Gio called me to talk to them, to prepare them for the money they were going to be given at the end of this week. Or that should have been on Thursday or Wednesday. I said, okay. Then, when I finished talking to them, I went back to the owner of the NGO. I said, you people should not be angry. I talked to these women, some of their businesses, now 8,000 naira business. How much do you want to give? So like 100 and something thousand. I said, does this woman's business have the capacity? If you put 100,000 inside it, and she produces 100,000 naira worth of good, does she have the market to sell it to? Do you understand what I'm saying now? So let me put it in simple context. I make pap, and I sell to everybody here. And then all of a sudden, I now receive 100,000 naira to put in my business to increase my output. I will sell to everybody here from that my 20,000. But I will now have extra 80,000 naira worth of pap, right? To deliver. What will I do with it? I will do what? I should change location. Yes, sir.
I have an auntie. What he normally does all the time is all the pap he makes, he dries it, repackage it, and sell to normal market. Even up to boutiques, supermarkets. You do supply. You now change the face of his business.
Exactly. So the person can rebrand the business, right? But the important thing here is that the market should increase. The consumer base should what? Increase. The people that you are selling to must increase. You will not package the pap and still keep it. I will now give you back. I understand what I'm saying. When you fund somebody, you expand the market or the people who will buy. So the people that say they want 50 million, they are not wrong. Because in that 50 million, they've already planned where they are going to expound it. But you know the interesting thing about the people that said they want to serve? If you serve well, 50 million will be the least money you will ever have in your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you know, there was a Samaritan woman, Syrophoenician woman, that came to Jesus and said, "Heal my daughter. Demon is worrying her." Jesus said, "How can I carry the children's bread and give to a dog?" What did she answer? She said, "My Lord, my master, Kai, even the crumbs from the table, they used to fall, and the dog can eat it." Jesus said, "Child, I've not seen this kind of faith before. Go, your daughter is well." Because when you serve, it will do something for you. It's not everybody. When you serve at the level of the influence I'm talking about, you know that Governor Willie will pass. You know that when the governors from the north come, they will also pass, right? All the lawyers, chief judges, chief magistrates, all the AZM that are in Anambra State, all of them within this that's all the big people in this country, you will meet them. Do you know? Because when Governor Willie is traveling, you are carrying the bag. Sorry, Governor Soludo is traveling. You are carrying the bag. He sits down there, and he enters the convenience to we. You are sitting outside. He said, "Where is your Oga?" He's inside, but he said nobody should come. You know you now have the gate pass, right? Everybody will be nice to you. You don't have to ask for anything. They will just walk up past. "How are you? This one you're looking like this. Have you eaten?" Say, "No, sir. But when it's my lunch break, I will eat." "Don't worry. Let me send you something to eat. What's your account number?" "Magam, 500K to go and have lunch." Do you understand that kind of thing? That's what it is. So. Honestly, that is what it is. At that level, they will not give you 100,000 because they have passed the mindset of 100K. 100,000 is not recharge card money because the data they use is more than 100,000. Are you understanding me? There are levels to this thing. There are levels. The level at which you are serving now is the level where you will reap. I've told this story before. I was serving one man. Okay, let me tell you from where he started. I was in a conference, a big conference. And the man that was speaking was a man I had served some time ago. And then he said, the person I'm about to talk about now is hearing this story for the first time. When he started, I knew he was talking about me. He said, "So there's this young woman, big girl like this. She'll come to my house Saturday morning. She'll start cleaning and sweeping. Big girl. Honestly, when I was doing that and I was working in the bank, she said she'll come to my house. She will start sweeping, cleaning, mopping floors, doing. I'll look at her, and I will pass. He said, there was never a day I said to her, God bless you, or ask her, why are you doing this thing? I didn't talk to her. She kept doing this thing every day for a while. I didn't ask her anything. He said, so one day, I and my friend were buying land somewhere. And while we were there, the man told me, both of them are senior managers in the bank. The man said to me, I'm looking for someone to join my team. My team, there's a gap. I'm looking for someone. He said, Kai, me, I have somebody. I will give you. But I'm loaning you that person. The reason I'm loaning you that person is because I don't have a gap in my team. When I have a vacancy in my team, I will take her back. She's good. She's exceptional. She's good at her job. She knows what she's doing. And she's this, she's that. Only then know what they talk that day. He said, if she's that good, why are we talking now? Let me recruit her. Do you have interview sheets? He said, yes, there's interview sheets in my boot. Where did I say they were? In the bush, buying land. So the other manager opened his boots and brought out his bag and brought out interview sheets. Now, in the company, before you can hire someone, you are required to have 2 senior managers interview the person and sign. These 2 senior men put the paper on the boot of the car and filled my interview form and signed and left. On Monday, I got a call. I think it was that weekend I got a call. And the call said, go to so-and-so branch in Transamadi, Port Harcourt. Go and meet so-and-so man. Tell him that you came for the interview. I went to the place. When I got there, I was wondering why I was being interviewed by only one person. Because I've attended interviews and there's always a panel, right? But this one is just one person. And he talked to me for close to an hour. Asking questions, trying to know me as a person. It wasn't anything so serious. And I left. He said, it's okay. HR will call you to negotiate your pay. But what can we pay you? I said, well, I was earning so-and-so. If you can bring it to so-and-so, it's fine. What I didn't even know that day they negotiated my salary and agreed on my pay. But the other man wanted to know the capacity of my mind. And I didn't know. So I negotiated pay and agreed. HR called me a few weeks later and was like, okay, so this is what we can pay. I said, no, I won't take that. He said, this is what we can pay. They negotiated. Finally, I agreed. The other man now called me and said, I told him, sir, I've gone for an interview. This is what happened. He said, okay, how much did they pay you? How much did people agree? I said, yes. He said, but no, that's not what we agreed. So let me step back a bit and talk about mindset. Because my mind was so small, I hadn't been exposed very well. So let me give you a background. I was coming from the position of an entry-level executive trainee in UBA, right? And I was going to the position of a personal finance consultant in an international bank in Port Harcourt. So I felt that that 400K on top of my salary, that it made sense. That's what I thought. But I was coming from a bank that was underpaying me, but I also did not know. And I was coming to a bank that was supposed to pay me more because I was going on a higher level. And then I was negotiating on the entry level of the new place I was going to because I lacked exposure. Are you understanding what I'm saying? I was not exposed, so I did not know how they operate in that environment. For instance, a plate of moi moi in Oka will not be the same as a plate of moi moi in Port Harcourt. Take it or leave it. Do you understand me? Different markets, different environments have different exposure and the way they treat their matter. They put their things. The value actually depends on where you are. And so if you are going to make some breakthroughs in certain territories, the first thing that should happen to your mind will be exposure. If not, there are some things you cannot just have. And even when you go to have them, you will be the underdog. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, well, I got the job, but on a lower pay, and my boss was not pleased. But the day he was sharing the story, he said, this young lady does not know the thing that transpired. You people will say, but how can you fill interview sheet for someone that was not present? He said, but how can we not feel? We already know everything we need to know about her. We don't need to talk again. What gave me that job? Service. Do you know I found out 6 years after I had been working? 6 years. I had worked in that company for 6 years. I did not know how I was hired. That's what gave me the job. Service. Serving someone that had influence. Influence. Because influence is more than cash. With influence comes every other thing that you are looking for. With influence comes exposure. With influence comes contacts, comes connections, comes relationships. When I was trying to put my first daughter in secondary school, I met one of her teachers whose daughter, I think her first daughter was already heading to university, and I asked her, please, ma, can you advise me the kind of school I should put my daughter in? She said to me, it depends on what you want. What do you want? Do you want academic excellence? Do you want connection? Do you want influence? The schools are categorized like that. There's a school your child will attend. Now, only book that Peking will know. There's also a school your child will attend. He will know book. He will know people. Do you understand what I'm saying? He will have exposure. Because, I'll give you a story. My husband's uncle gave me this advice when my kids were entering secondary school. He said, I need you to pay attention. He was talking to my husband. To the school you put your children into, it is very, very important. Everything is not book. Pay attention to where they will not just be intelligent, but where they will meet people. He said, you know my second daughter, the doctor? He said, yes. He said, she's in the UK now. He said, throughout that girl's school, we did not pay a dime. She just kept getting scholarships. And then something happened in the middle of her university. She happened to be in the room with the governor's daughter. So was she going to backyard school? I'm sure you are understanding what I'm saying. So even if she was going to a federal university or a government university, she was going to the best of the best, right? So she happened to be in the room with the governor's daughter. And the governor's daughter was her classmate, and she was having challenges with their coursework, and they were both in medical school. So she was helping the girl. So the girl, usually the person that helps you, when you get home, don't you talk about the person. So the girl was talking about her friend at home. So a crisis broke out in the north because that's where the family was based, in Kaduna. And then she told her father, she said, Kai, my roommate has been crying. He said, what happened? He said, her parents live in Kaduna because her mom is a nurse, a matron in the hospital there. But this crisis, the fighting and killing, the girl is so scared. The father said, is that the problem? He said, okay. Take it later. They went to teaching hospital in the east here, submitted a letter of immediate employment, transferred the woman from Kaduna to the teaching hospital in the east here. Straight, no stress. Later from the office of the governor. Does the woman know governor? Does the daughter know governor? The Peking fee not even know governor. But the governor's daughter is her friend. Therefore, there are some doors that will open without knocking. Mind. Open your mind to the possibilities that could happen in your life. No matter what Chidi said here and what JJ said here, if you don't create some pictures in your head, it will not come to manifestation. No matter how much they give you. If they like now, let's call CBN or a microfinance bank. They bring 200 million here now. So we want to give everybody money now. They give you, your own will disappear like the wind. You say, I don't know, somebody gave me bad money. When I add it to my business money, my money go just the loss. That's not your problem. Your problem is here. Because you have not grown capacity to take more, you cannot produce more. Are you understanding what I'm saying? I want to ask another question. I like this girl. Come now, dear one. I like you. You've talked to me. You've talked to me. PA. No, you're young. Auntie Macom. Can't be sitting in front of me and we will not do things together. We must run show together. When did you? Okay, you've been sitting here. I come. Brother. You've talked. That boy that's sleeping, come. Bro. Yeah. This ministry will wake you up life. You and your brother come. I'll get with the brother, man. It's not a serious thing. Just come. You see how alert you are right now. This night did, he just woke you up. Come. The Lord is about to touch your life. Come quickly. Oh yeah, let's just line up here. There are 5 people here. Hurry, come, my dear. Don't worry. Don't mind me. I just have this gift of harassing people. Don't be angry. Others have different gifts. Me, I don't just know why I collected this one. All right, so just stand straight line. God bless you. I'm going to give you from number 1 to 10. Choose a number.
8, 7,
5, 6, 4.
Why did you choose 5? Why did you choose 5?
It came to my mind.
Why did you choose 5?
Even me.
Even you came to your mind. You, Uncle?
I choose 4 because I like 4.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Same thing.
You don't know? You see? I did this exercise somewhere, but amongst children between aged 7 and 10, 12, thereabout. A particular girl kept choosing very high numbers. In fact, when I called her, she chose 10. And that girl, in the course of that workshop, she was always answering questions. She was always saying some things that, for me, were a bit too, interesting for her age. I want to know why nobody said 10. There is something called conditioning. What did I say? When you stay in an environment for too long, right? And have a particular experience for too long, you suddenly begin to incline towards the way that it is. So we say your mind, or you have been conditioned to that environment. He tried. He said 8. And he said 7. My sisters just decided that they must choose from below the line. 5, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you try some. But even at that, I don't agree. Now, there is nothing wrong with the numbers, right? Is there anything wrong with the numbers? But it tells you something. That top on their mind, the highest is not what they are thinking about. Whether you know this or not, it is the truth. What's the name of Dr. Francis Damboyi will say, I not ask you whether you agree. I ask you whether you what? Whether you understand. You ask you, do you understand? You say yes. Say, no, I don't ask you whether you agree with me. You don't have to agree, but you need to understand. Top on your mind, you don't know. The way you behave, the way you do things is actually a direct representation of what's on your mind. You don't know it until you find yourself in certain situations that I found myself in. Now let me add up the numbers. 8 plus 7 plus 5 plus 6 plus 4. 30, right? 30. Divide 30 by 5. What do you give? 6. So let me give you an example. So Jim Rohn says that you are the average of the 5 people you hang around with. So I'm assuming that these people are just 5, right? And they are 5 friends. And this is the most outstanding of them in performance, if you understand, based on the number, right? Then followed by this guy, then followed by she, and then you, and then you. In fact, change your position. Go, I'm serious, just change, so that I won't make mistakes with the numbers. Now you see, if they scored their test 8/10, do you know that when you calculate the average, what this guy score now? No, based on the calculation we did on the average, what is his score? But what was his score before? When they are grading 8, A, B, C, and D, E, and F, what's 8? What grade is 6? C. Can you see how this, my brother, by associating with these people, suddenly became an average performer? Am I making sense to you? All of a sudden, he's no longer an excellent person. By association, he has become an average performer. Can you also see how my sister, 40 is an E for those in the university, how from being an E student suddenly became a C student? By what? What lesson does this teach you? So if you want to build your business, what kind of group of people should you be looking for? Yeah, I need a response. What kind of people, if you want to scale your business, what kind of person should be looking at?
I think people better than you.
Obviously, right? People better than you, right? But do most people look for people better than them?
I don't think so.
Why?
Maybe they're thinking, they feel like my level.
They want to settle, right? Around their level. What else do you think is the reason? Do you have any idea? Why they don't look for people that are better than them?
Okay. Maybe they want to start off by their own first and make it before they will reach the level of the people that are.
Don't you think the journey will be longer? Before you reach them, they will keep moving. Oh. You know, they will not stop to wait for you. They keep moving. And you are trying to meet up with them. Taking your time. Coming by yourself. You want to meet up with them. They are not waiting for you. And you know, the faster you run, how many of you understand physics and acceleration? Once you take off, you know, okay. So, there's a momentum. Mona Noves, yeah? There's momentum in physics. But it's called gathering motion. There's inertia. Inertia is the energy at rest, right? Now, before you move, you start gathering momentum, jogging. Then you start increasing the energy you have, right? When you have built up enough energy, you speed. Now, the moment you take off, initial velocity, your movement becomes faster. And then you will reach a level where you will just be like an airplane. You will just see the plane. You are not seeing it doing anyhow, but it's just coasting. But it's moving at a very high speed. But where the work is in that initial velocity, gathering that initial energy to go off. Now, if you add people that are good, better than you, to yourself when you are taking off, you will take less time to move. Are you understanding me? When birds are migrating, let me not use birds, let me use Nama that you know. These ones that come to Kwata. When they are coming, all the way prepared from Umuahia, to this place, there will be many. Have you ever been on the road and seen a dead cow before? A cow that just fell and died. Do you think that no cow falls sick? They do, in order their movement. But the cow that is sick, they'll put in the middle. And they'll be hitting it and nudging it until they get to where they will go, how they are going, and bring it to the butcher and kill it first. I do not say that it's the herder that is hitting it. It's the other cows. They put it in the middle and keep pushing it and make sure that they all arrive. We must all arrive, but we arrive together. No man left behind. But one of the reasons why people, one of the reasons why people do not like joining other people. First, he said maybe because of what?
They are thinking, I've forgotten what I said though.
Please, who can remember what he said? He said because of their what? Their level. Powerful word, right? Mindset. The level where they are, it does not allow them to, move forward. Mindset, the level. This level, that's why I can operate. But there's another thing too. Now they've seen people that are better than them. And they need the people that are better than them. But you see, low self-esteem will not allow you. Thank you very much. You can sit down. Put your hands together for them. What did I say will not allow them? He no go agree you. And see, can you call that brother for me? Ma, I should pass here. Haven't you seen it happen before? Someone is sitting here now, as this my big sister is here now. And then I will now tell this my fine girl. I'll tell her from the back, Nne, take this book, go and give it to that woman so that she can pass the pastor, Kema announcement. She will not say, She first of all check for all the exits that will make sure that she does not pass in front of anybody, right? That she will wish she's invisible. I wish I were invisible. I could put this thing right in her hand. And nobody will see when I passed here. Confidence is the currency of business. What did I say? You cannot sell anything unless you are confident enough in what you are selling. Because, my dear, can I tell you, the people that are doing better than you are not because they know more than you. It's just they are more confident than you are. They don't know more than you do. Where's Presido? While he's coming, let me tell you something. Save yourself. Come out from where you are. And go and join yourself to someone that knows better than you do. Change from your network and move into a network of people that will challenge you. That will tell you, someone that will look at you and say, this thing that you are glorying for, oh Jesus, people have not seen something. If you see what people are doing, make a cigar. But the challenge here is that, okay, thank you. The challenge here is that one guy, our mentor John Maxwell, he says that life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. So let me put it in smaller language. I'll still say it again, so for those who understand me, I might want to write it. Life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. Life actually starts where your fear begins. Because what you don't know, you usually don't want to start doing it. Those who don't do certain things, don't do them because I'm this thing. I'll not put my hand inside what I don't know. How many of you have said that? Because I will not enter what I don't know. What will happen if you learn it and enter it? Are you understanding what I'm saying? And then one other man, I think it's Jim Rohn or so, he says that everything you want in this life is on the other side of fear. Which means that fear is like a barrier, yes. It's like a wall. I want 50 million. For me to make 50 million, I have to expand my business outside of Oka and Enugu and try south or even the north. Now, but how I won't go north? How they boom mad there, right? But where is the biggest population in this country? In the north, right? So it tells you that that's where your biggest market for that resource that you are selling, depending on what it is. So I'm just using an example. Or Lagos. Rivers State is an average of 5 million people. The entire Lagos is more than 20 million people. Only Lagos. So let me use Lagos for the sake to avoid bias, right? So, and I'll say, I want to move my investment. I want to really expand my business. But it will require that I go to Lagos. No, but Ujo Lagos to the more. I've not gone there before. I don't know anybody in Lagos. I don't know how to do business in Lagos. And I hear that they like to harass people. I hear this, I hear that. Come no there, bam no. Are you understanding what I'm saying? The moment you overcome the fear and pass through this fear and enter Lagos, you just find, like she said, you find that it's what? It's not what you thought. Thank you, ma. Everything you are struggling and fighting for, you are looking for, all just the way where you are. You lack the courage, you lack the boldness to go and confront that thing. Now, based on the exercise I did with this, my people, did you clap for those people for me? Because some of you laughed at them at some point. Clap again because the clap no reach. Thank you. Thank you. So, now, I'm assuming that we are now 6. Me, I'm the 6th of them. You know, there were 5 of us. So, I'm the 6th person. So, Jim Brown was saying that, you see, if there are 6 people, if you are a friend with 5 fools, you are the 6th fool. If you're a friend to 5 rich people, you are what? The 6th rich person. It doesn't matter what your capacity is. So that's why I use that analogy of their average to show you. If you walk among, the Bible says, he that walks with the wise will become simple. You become wise by induction. Because when they speak good language, you hear it. Why do you come for communal prayers? Why don't you just stay in your house and pray? Because when you are praying and you hear these brothers' tongues, you hear these sisters' tongues, and you hear the one behind you, you will just start blasting, Abby. You could have stayed at home. Would you pray like that? When you associate, there's a power of association. When you associate with people who are thinking the same thing that you are thinking, not in key nature left, they are thinking right. Though. When you associate with people who are thinking the same thing as you are thinking, you will definitely become better. You become the 6th wise man, the 6th most influential person, the 6th richest person, whatever it is. There's something I wanted to read to you. When I started, I told you something. That no matter what we said today, JJ and Chidi said, that except your mind opens up, you will not be able to take it in. We agreed. Jesus said, you do not pour new wine. Inside what? What will happen? It will burst. Why does it burst? Capacity. You don't have the container to carry the content that is coming. So this is a bottle of water. Does anybody have an empty bottle or a cup around here? Small cup. So let's say Let's say this is a cup, a big bottle. And then there's a small cup, maybe 20-liter cup or something. Oh, fine. How many liters is that in 30 liters, right? 60 cl, that's big. This 75. Oh, fine. Hold this. So, invariably, this bottle is bigger than this one, right? So this bottle is a bottle of knowledge, right? I'm giving you knowledge. I'm teaching you something. And then I keep pouring, I keep pouring, I keep pouring. And I'm saying, Kai, you must learn this thing I'm saying. No. You must learn it, though. You must learn everything I'm saying. I don't fill the bottle. There's still water. Are you understanding me? You see, if your container is smaller than this, you know you will take less. If your container is bigger than this, you will take all this water. The ability to move, understand, act on all that we have said today is the size of your mind. Did that make sense to you? It's the size of your mind. And if you don't grow capacity, if you don't expand it, if you don't stretch it, if you don't pick up more, if you don't try to believe the things you have not believed before, if you don't try to throw away the things you think you knew before and learn new things, you won't be able to do anything. We will come for this conference next year and we'll meet you where we left you. It's not your portion. But it's not your portion by practical. Because I don't talk, I don't, your faith must be accompanied with what? Works. It must be accompanied with works. I'll read you a couple of things. When God was talking to Abraham, thank you, peace. He wanted to tell Abraham after Lot left him that, see you, I'm about to expand you, right? He now said to him, Abraham, come. Look to where? Left. Look to your right. What else did he say? Amplify. Say it. As far as your eye can see. Anything that you can see is yours. As far as you can visualize is what you have. If you feel that you are content with your mini business, you know that people move from mini importation to mega importation, right? If you feel that your buying and selling is okay for you, it's fine. If you want to migrate to mini importation like JJ taught you, fine. Then if you say, the picture I have is that I want to be doing bigger things, but let me start from here. What it means is that your mind is open for big things, but you are starting from here. Because when Abraham was told that he will be the father of many nations, did he have one child? Did he have one? One. You don't need to have it. You need to believe it. Envision it. And then you give birth to it. That's why I told you that everything that you see has been created how many times? Twice. Everything has been created twice. First in your mind. Then you give birth to it. Totally scriptural. First in your mind. Then you manifest it. If you can't see it, you can't have it. I'm not doing motivational speaking to you. That's not why I came here. If you can't see it, you cannot what? Have it. Shikina. Because the word of God says, as a man thinks in his mind, so he is. I will end this conversation with something. Have you ever seen something and in your mind you feel you have seen it somewhere before, but you can't remember where you saw it? And you know it has not happened before. What do you think happened? No, honestly, what do you think happened? In your mind, something will happen that you say, like this has happened before. But you also know that it did not happen in reality, but you know you have seen it before. You imagined it. Do you know what they call deja vu? Don't worry. No, don't worry. No? But let me just leave deja vu and tell you something. That the spirit realm is a huge world of possibilities. That God made you a tripartite human being for a certain reason. So you connect with your spirit. Yeah? And then your soul can interpret what you have seen in the spirit so that your body can act on it. That's the best summary I can give you so that I don't confuse you. Let me ask you again. And I need very honest answer. And if you answer me, you give me an example. Have you ever had an idea to do something? You didn't do that thing. After 3 months or 6 months or 1 year or even 2 years, you are passing, you suddenly see somebody doing exactly what you wanted to do. Someone that does not know you. You never told anybody. Have you ever seen it before? Who wants to volunteer? Okay.
Both tire, yeah. I saw it in the dream. I wanted to do it. I later decided not to do it. But sometimes I later saw somebody that was doing it.
She said she saw sewing of ties in her dream. She wanted to do it. She later decided she's not doing it. Then later she saw somebody else that was doing it.
I actually wanted to start snail production, as in I have this idea. I even browsed it up to produce snail. Then, but I after the browsing and everything, it didn't come up again. Then, one of the days I saw in Facebook, somebody was doing it, drying it and shipping it out.
Shipping it out? Yes, collecting dollar. And you are here struggling. Are you understanding what I'm saying, right? If I go around, you will tell me different things. And there's none of them that won't have given you, improved your life. Is it true? Every single one of these incidents would have added value to your life, but you refused to do something. You see, whether you act on God's instruction or not, or whether you accept the revelations, or whether you allow your spirit to receive insight, or whether you refuse to act on it or not, it must move on. Reason, you are not the only one with access to the spirit. Whether I have Holy Spirit or that guy has demon spirit, all of us are in the spirit realm. It's true now. All of us have access in the spirit. These are ideas floating because man is not capable of the kind of things that we imagine to do. This brain, our mind is not capable. Because not the funny thing, when that idea comes, you now sit down and start fine-tuning it because you never receive it in the perfect form, right? You come, I was telling my sister, I said, the man that designed the light bulb, he received that insight. But it took him 1,000 trials before he became perfect. But if you don't have staying power, if you don't have consistency, if you don't have self-discipline, if you don't have focus, if you don't have faith in yourself, if you don't have self-esteem, if you don't have confidence, if you don't have a picture that you are pursuing, you will leave that idea on the road and start chasing shadows that will never materialize. One time in 2018, I think, I just said to my husband, Kai, I just have an idea right now of opening a 3K shop. He said, what is a 3K shop? I said, just a shop. Everything they sell in that shop is 3,000 naira. Nothing more, nothing less. He said, what will you be selling? I said, I don't know. It just came to me. He said, well, if I were the one, I think it's children's items because that's the one that will always be moving. I said, He said, yes. I even took a lady to go and find a shop. I went to the place. I was discouraged the way the place looked. And just like, I left that matter. Last year, I was scrolling something on Instagram, and I saw a shop, the 3K shop. What was it selling? Children items. The way I screamed. My brother said, what is it? I said, come and see, come and see. He came. I said, did I ever tell you about this idea? He said, no. Another day, I told my husband, I said, an idea just came to me right now. He said, what? I said, I'm just imagining this building. There was a building I showed him close to my children's school. I said, I'm just imagining this building, that one can do a laundromat. He said, I said, no, there will be a salon, mothers making hair, children's hair salon as well. Then there's a laundromat. So a laundromat is where you come to wash clothes, right? For those who don't have washing machine, you just carry your clothes, come there, wash it, dry it too, and go home with your dry clothes. I said, there'll be a laundromat. So these women can come to make their hair and have their clothes washed. By the time they are done with their hair and their children's hair, they can carry their clothes and go home. So you'll not be when you are going home, you are thinking about, hey, do you understand what I'm saying? He said, yes. So he said, that will even be fantastic because you can also add a barbering salon. I said, yes. Trust the guy, he always adds something to what I'm saying. I say, yes. So one day, if you've been to Port Harcourt, during Bekwe Junction, there's a fast food there, Kilimanjaro. Then on the side of that Kilimanjaro, there's a line of shops. There's a makeup shop, there's a pharmacy, and one other stuff, one shop that is there. When they were starting it, it was just glass, transparent glass. You could see the inside. And then we looked at it, and my husband said, this place looks good for that thing that you were thinking about. Because this place is on the road, it will attract attention. Imagine people in barbering salon, the swivel chairs, people will be seeing inside. I say, yeah. Now, yeah, I end. About 3 weeks ago, I was one of my girls. I said, it's like you change your hairstyle every 2 weeks. She said, no, Mama, actually, it's every week. I said, you change your hair every week. You have that money? He said, no, the salon where I go to make my hair, they don't charge me to make my hair. They just charge me, I just pay for the attachment, they make my hair. I said, why? She said, because the laundry I give them like 100 pieces of clothes to wash. So they make money from the laundry. So their madam said they should not charge me for hair. I said, I don't understand. How do you say, oh no, the salon has a laundry. Are you people hearing? She said the salon has a laundry. So people go and do their laundry and then make their hair. Ikagum. I know I'm not the only one in this boat. There are many of us. The beginning is by second-guessing yourself, by lack of self-confidence. But the second part to it is the part where we don't apply ourselves to work. Because when we see something, no, you can work here, and you leave it and run away. Because it takes effort. No idea comes out perfect. Every idea has to be worked on several times before it becomes good. Are you understanding me? When I was coming, I was told I was going to run a workshop with you, but because of time, we changed the workshop because my plan was for us to have idea sessions. We come up with the ideas and we break it down into the businesses. But we didn't have a full day session anymore, and it will not work if we do it short brief. But this is what I say, no idea comes in perfect. You will make mistakes on it. When you give your tailor your clothes to sew, they don't tell you that they made mistakes. That's why when they give you, you say, use these 3 years, and so they'll tell you, against because they're making provision for the errors that could occur. They're not going to tell you they made mistakes. When they make mistakes, they readjust it because there's extra fabric to change it. God doesn't give you food that you will chop immediately. When God called Adam, he called him to work. Work on the idea. Work on your business. As these things are dropping in my head, as they are dropping on yours, pause and do some work. Pause and do work. But Bible says, open your mouth and I will what? Fill it. Believe. Believe that you can. Then it will happen. Believe that you can write a blog that they will pay you 18,000 naira. And that today, JJ will have meeting. Believe that you can. Because what he's saying is not a lie. I know guys, young men, they're not Yahoo. Legitimate work. There's no company that can pay them like that. Some of them are not even their blog that's giving them. Some of them are sitting comfortably in their house, like doing the freelancing he taught you, working for 3 or 4 different companies, and they are paying them in foreign currency, different companies, different amounts. And they sit down for parlor. All they need is data. Will you finish $1,000 data when your salary is 8,000 naira? And you're chopping 500 naira food in Oka? Why will you not blow? You will not say you have not been given tools. You cannot deny. You cannot say you've not been told what to do. But are you willing? Have you received it first? Natagonia. Do you understand? Accept first that I can do this. Then start looking for help. Because it's not, everything is, you cannot work alone. No. You cannot be the buyer, the distributor, the producer, the logistics manager all by yourself. Are they possible? So many other people will be involved in making that thing that God called you to do work. That's why he said that that's why he gave it to you, so that you can employ other people. That seed is not for only you. And you will die of the disease. But it's to expand, to make everybody receive something. I'm going to stop here so that those who have different questions about their business, I promised some people before I came here that I will have one-on-one sessions. If you are one of those people, see, where's Oge? If you're one of the people or if you want to have one-on-one session, meet Oge. Now, before I forget, how many people here bought my book when I came the first time? Okay. I opened a mentorship group for all the people that have bought that book. And I will do a mentorship program for them from January to June next year. Okay? Thank you. Now, for those in Port Harcourt, for those in other places who bought the book, they all bought it at 3,000 naira. Who knows? Okay, Peace. Peace was with me in Port Harcourt. She knows. That book is 3,000 naira. I sold it in Warmen. For how much? Those who bought it? Okay. That was then. This is now. So, the ones who are, the people outside this meeting, the mentorship group, I said I will run it for 6 months. I asked them all to pay 5,000 naira, which is less than 1,000 naira a month. Now, what I'm doing for the people here is that if you are in this meeting and you buy the book, your fee is 3,000 naira for the six months. We will come every month. I'll add all of you to a forum. We'll teach you every month. We'll bring other speakers as well to teach you different things. So if you already have the book, please meet Sistoge. Let her write your name and phone number. We'll add you to the forum so that just get prepared. From January, we'll start our classes. If you want to join, also meet her. She knows how to. I've already given you how to join, so she will handle you. Now, who are the people who want to ask me questions? One has seen me in the office. Where's the other person? How many minutes do we have to do this? Okay. Okay. 15 minutes. Yes? Where is Chisom? Eh? Exam. Okay. So let me start with what one person asked me outside this environment. I think it was a message. So the person said, this is a scenario, and it's one of you. So the person says, I want to start a business, and there are plenty ideas I have, but I don't have the capital to start it, and I don't know how to go about it. So I will tell you something. When JJ taught us about drop shipping, do you need money to do drop shipping? Do you need warehouse? Do you need stock? Does anything belong to you? You are just the conduit pipe, right? But you make money out of it. So I will say this to you. Where is the area that you like? What is it that you want to sell? You can always sell anything. Someone said, I do. Who is it? Is there an event planner here? Someone that does decoration. Okay, Presido, Zonan, he does decoration. How much do they pay people who do decorations? Estimate. Depends on what? Okay, it depends on your level. She told me, go on until, that based on, okay, come and sit down here. The Bible says that the husbandman shall be what? The first partaker.
Yes.
You'll be running around like Martha, serving us. And when you ain't today, you don't know. I've looked for you twice. Please sit down. I will full him, drink this one. I did not touch it, just drink it. So sit here. So she said that people are paid different amounts based on their level. So nde kekwara na akwa now like this. Ke ha na akwa. I'm serious. I'm not laughing. I'm very serious right now. So onya kera akwa now like this. Ego lega na akwa. No, now we're talking about putting a price tag to something, not volunteer work. Yeah, what are you doing? Auntie, don't give me work. Tell me how much this thing costs. If she doesn't want to tell, someone should tell me because. Is it? 10,000. It's again Chidi. You want your job. You're a very mean person. But lesson learned, first thing is that the job, right, is dependent, the fee is dependent on the quality of work. So she said some people are paid 50, 100, 200, 500, 1 million. Yeah, I know there was a burial that happened very recently. One of my church and someone quoted 500K. To do the decoration. I said, well, Obasam, it's not my ministry. It's not my area. You can decorate for me. I cannot decorate for you. But the bottom line, it is based on your what? Expertise. But if you know that the least amount she quoted here now is 50K, Chevy, you hear that? And then you have the ability to do something that matches that value. Brother, sister, charge that amount. Even if it's your church brother. What did I say? Even if it's your church brother, charge that amount. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't shortchange yourself. As you are an event planner, oh yes, so this was what I was discussing with the person, so that's what I will share with you, since you don't have questions. Calm down. So the person said, I want to go into event planning, but I don't know how to decorate. I don't know how to bake. I don't know how to. I said, an event planner is not a baker. Did you hear what I said? An event planner is not a decorator. An event planner is also not a logistics officer. An event planner is an event planner. What does he do? He stands in the middle and brings the baker, and brings the logistics person, and brings the decoration person, and brings the dress person, and brings the drinks person, and make sure the food person is available. That all these people work together, reporting to her, to make sure the event is what? Perfect. Does she own anything? No. The only thing she owns is her brain and her ability to organize. If God has given you the skill to call people together, gather teams together, stop looking for money, use it. Go and plan free birthday event for somebody. See somebody, come marry one give birthday, I'm planning to give birthday your child. I'll do the party pack. I'll do everything. Do you want low budget, medium budget, high budget? A low third again. And the person say low budget. You are able to find low budget based on the low budget, beautiful items that will cost more. And then you still put in a pack and people will feel like this thing is fine. That's what sets you apart. Do you want high budget? And you get fine budget. You give people quality things. You do that one pro bono, which is for free. So that when all of us gather for that party, hey, your child's party did too much. You say, oh, come on, sister. Are you getting it? Everybody will now line up in front of sister, this person. They say, I know this thing costs plenty. My sister, okwa na 50,000. Geji make cake, make henila. How possible? God, we have formed a queue in front of you. You don't have shop. You don't have anything. But you are a business. You are in full business right now. Are you understanding me? Idea is not lacking. But it is you being able to organize and put yourself together and deploy yourself with the things that you have been given. Do you understand now?
All right. I want to know, there are some debtors that will come to you unexpected. The person might be like, I need this, I need that. You give. Okay, give me money. I'll transfer it now. I don't have cash. No any explanation like, please give me today and tomorrow I'll pay. Person will be like, I went to POS, they were not there. I'll transfer for you, but it's not going now. Before I get home, you will get the alert. And from there, it will turn to debt. So how do you handle such people?
Okay, first you understand it's fraud, right? Because if the person is not able to pay, he should find alternative means to pay you. Where is the product? Where is the product? Is the person still with it? Oh.
Maybe the person came, not come with money, and at the end of the day, the person will now start.
Oh, okay. Now, if you are rendering a service, please learn this thing I want to tell you to receive payment upfront. Learn what they call pay me what upfront. Uncle Contractor, you said that sometimes they ask you to mobilize yourself. Sometimes they give you mobilization. Then they hold money. Abi? When you finish the job, they'll give you the rest of the money. Most times, what do they do? Yes. Did they mobilize you 20%, 30%? Depending on the job and the person. If it's a high volume job, would they mobilize you? They'll mobilize you. So based on the job that you are doing, like he has said, if you are offering a service, please collect money what? Upfront. If you are selling goods and services, collect deposit. What did I say? Collect deposit. Your whole money cannot go like that. And then have alternative means of collecting money. Our people, we don't like. I went to buy something one day. My husband said, use POS. I said, I'm not going to do here. How name POS? Our people don't like POS simply because there's a charge. So they'll say, pay me cash or just do transfer. Do transfer. And then you do transfer, they'll tell you to sit down there until they get alert. How am I network? Or they say, Auntie, and what they be my alert? But I want to go. They say, no, we've not gotten alert. You wait. Then others will even pay. They say, let me call my madam and check if she has received alert. If she has received alert, then you can start going. You don't run sustainable businesses like that. Because you can only attract a certain category of customers. It's not everybody that will be willing to sit down and be doing that thing with you. Because there are some people, where the world is going, JJ took time. When the world is going, people are not going to be coming to shop to buy anything. For instance, if you become a drop shipper, did you see the product? We did not see the product. But you sold many items. Did you exchange cash? So if every other person, different people in different parts of the world are doing alternative payments, and you are sitting in your shop waiting for the person that will carry cash and come and give you, you will not see anything. So what I'm saying summarily is learn payment systems. Have alternative methods of receiving payments. Do you understand? And focus. And since you, I'm telling you, Sister Marama, is you and your services brethren have alternative methods of receiving payments, and then make sure you collect upfront payments. Is that okay? All right, children of God, with these few points of mine, I hope I have convinced and not confused you that the Lord is good.